Hi, my name is Jim Zecca. I am the Director of Madison County Department of Solid Waste.
Jim, last time we talked to you, we were talking about a potential agreement between Madison County and JBI, who we had on Green Local 175 Live. I understand that an agreement has been reached. Why don't you tell us all about it?
Yeah, we're pretty excited about it. The agreement has been reached with JBI. The agreement is a supply agreement for the agricultural plastics that we had talked about in the last interview. Agricultural plastics have been, for a number of years, a very difficult resin or plastic material to recycle in traditional manner, making it into new products because of the problem with dirt, manure, and just contamination in general. So it was a very difficult material to try to recycle. Well, JBI is a new option for us, and they're taking these agricultural plastics and are going to grind them and run them through a facility that will actually convert the plastic resins into a clean diesel fuel, a number 2 diesel fuel, ultra low sulfur diesel fuel. So that agreement is in place now. We signed it with them, and right now we have set up a program county-wide in Madison County where we're collecting the agricultural plastics via a drop-off program, a volunteer drop-off program with the local farms, and they're able to take the material that they collect, bundle it, bring it to our transfer stations, drop it in containers that we will transfer back to our recycling facility in Canastota, where it will be quickly sort through to make sure that there's no major contamination in it that could cause problem in the machinery. And when we say contamination, pieces of steel rod or other material that's not plastic resin. Once that material is separated out, the material is baled at the recycling facility, and when we have truckload quantities, we call JBI. They schedule a pickup of the material, and it gets transferred to their facility where they start the process of converting the plastic.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you. In other words, how much of a load do you have to have before they actually want to take it from you?
Well, they're looking for tractor-trailer loads, and we typically get in a tractor-trailer load of baled material about 40,000 pounds, which is equivalent to 20 tons of material at a minimum. And typically we'll get, depending on how we load the vehicle, anywhere from 20 to 22 tons of material on that load.
And how long does it take you to accumulate that amount?
Well, that's going to be the question. This is a volunteer program, so we're going to hopefully encourage the farms to separate the material and bring it to us. That's unknown at this time. We have gotten some information from some of our neighboring counties very interesting. They were collecting the plastics, but they were eventually landfilling it. They weren't actually recycling it, but they kept good records. This was a county out in the western part of the state. They took records for 3 years. They were collecting around 35 to 37 tons the first 2 years. The last year, this past year, 2012, they collected over 70 tons of agricultural plastic that actually all went into the landfill, but they kept good records of it. And that was, again, voluntary drop-off at their facility, but unfortunately it was landfilled.
Now, during our last interview, you stated that you had some preliminary talks with some of our neighboring counties, some of Madison County's neighboring counties, like Oneida County. Now that this agreement has been signed, are you a bit further along as to gathering plastics from those counties as well?
Yes, we've gotten a lot of interest. There was a lot of publicity on the program when we kicked it off at ABC Farms in Canastota. We had a press conference and an official kickoff of the program, and that got a lot of attention from the whole region. Oneida-Herkimer County, I've talked to Jody Tuttle and Dave Lipinski, who are going to be coming out to the site and going to talk to us about the possibility of joining with Oneida-Herkimer County to start collecting some of this material here in Oneida-Herkimer County and consolidating the material at one location and shipping it off to JBI. As you know, as we said in the last interview, our ultimate goal is to eventually convince WSI, JBI, what we'd like to do is to locate one of their facilities in our region, and preferably, again, at our site in Madison County, as a regional collection point and processing point for the material. So that's our ultimate goal. But for now, we want to prove to them we'll be able to supply them with the material they're going to need to produce the oil. So that's where we're at right now. We've had talks with the folks from Shenango County. Again, we're working together with Lois Levitin, who is the executive director of the RAP program, the Recycle Agricultural Plastics Project out of Cornell University. And she's kind of pulling all of the outside entities together on this to help us to consolidate this program and to bring all of the folks in the region together so we can make this a viable program regionally.